So ladies, welcome Jack to McArthur Industries. So we're here today in Sandgate Auto Electrics and Automotive, but we just want to talk about this van or motorhome that's come to us today. Is an issue where we've had quite a lot of experience, and you'll see a fair few videos. What we've spoken about is the 12 volt scenario running our AC unit. So this client's given us a call through AllBrand Caravan Services and also Arrow Caravans to have a chat to us about doing this sort of work on his motorhome. He wanted to look at running his Dometic Ibis 4 system where he could run it off an inverter through his battery bank and then have the situation where he can work to whilst he's driving, charging, seeing a battery monitoring system and also doing some solar work. So today I'm going to run through a few things. Sam will follow me through on some of things, but what we want to do is just give you some ideas about what we see as draw currents, which everyone in the marketplace is sort of wonder what it's going to draw. Wonder what it's sort of going to draw on my inverter. I'm going to run you through some of these things today, so stay with us. It's going to be a bit of a longer video, but it's going to give you more of an introductory to a simpler system that's going to make this work for you and give you the idea of what current draws are going to come. So Sam, if you can come with me now, I'll show you some of the things and we'll show them some draws. So guys, as you can see here, we've put in a BMW 712 Victron battery management gauge. At the moment we've got our inverter on, we've just turned our AC on. And you can see at the moment we're drawing around about the 4 amp mark. The inverter was drawing about 1.2 to 2 amps sitting there in an idle mode with nothing else turned on. But now we've turned the AC on, you'll see this come through and it'll start to ramp up. And this, with a lot of people in their air conditioning systems talk about the controllability of their AC and how they work and inverter driven. And you'll see how this actual unit, being that the way it's actually situated being inverter driven, it's going to run through and it's physically going to come up and start to draw a current, and it's going to ramp up gradually. It's not a current come through and just hit it. So at the moment, you can see it there still sitting around that 4.5 amps. As we've done, it's in a standby mode, and once the AC comes into it, you'll see that it's going to start rolling off. At the moment, the setting we've got our AC unit on is 23 degrees, and we've also got it on #1 fan speed. So it's probably about the situation where you want to run it, and what you can do is work with this over time. And you can see that what's going to happen is it will get up to a situation where you'll see this run through, ramp up, come up to 10 amps, come up to 20 amps, and then what will happen is once it gets a little bit higher, it'll go through and you'll see itself come up to around about the 60 amp mark. After time, it will drop back down and situate itself lower and get itself up and going. So you should see it quite shortly, and we'll run you through with it, and we'll come back to this and show you this in a running state. So ladies and gents, as you can see, the AC's just cut in, and what's happening now is that gauge is starting to gradually come up. So we've got the 20 amps, we've got the 30 amps, gradually, slowly going up. So it's physically taking its time to cut in that compression and bring it up. You're going to get yourself to a stage, like I said, around the 50 to 60 amps, and you can control this by temperature as well as fan speed. So as you can see coming through, around about the 60 amp mark now, 61. So you're going to see this sit here, it's going to start to cool down, and it doesn't really get any much higher. So a lot of people are coming to us and saying, hey, I'm thinking this is going to draw around about the 150 amp mark, or I think my scenario is we've got an inverter, 2000 watt. This is running a 2,500 watt inverter that we've fitted to this unit. It's a Cotec unit. Customer was looking at this sector. So we work with all types of units going through the Victrons like we spoke about, anodized, and all types of quality units. Cotec's a great unit as well. And we're going through and you can see that it's sitting at that 62 amp mark. So guys, what we want you to think about is this is controllable. So this going through, it's got a 40 amp DC to DC charger in it. Whilst this gentleman's driving, he is going to be drawing out probably around about the 20 or 30 amps as he's driving. But what he wants to have the controllability is as he's pulling up to a campsite an hour out, he wants to stop, drive up, have that lunch during in a cooler vehicle, and then once he gets there, he's going to turn his AC off, go for the rest of his drive for the day. His batteries will be back up around 100 amps and have 100% of controllability. So think about this. So thanks Sam. What we'll do is we'll roll outside and show him a bit of what we've done outside and go through it as well. So ladies and gents, we saw about the current draw that we've had with this unit here, and probably trying to put some of the myths to rest of what your, say your Ibis 4, the Dometic unit, is going to draw at around, as we said, like the 23 degree mark, and also having it down on #1 fan speed. The current draw isn't as bad as what some people think. We've run through, we've fitted a Cotec unit down here, more of the distribution unit down here. the client's going to gradually grow this system at the moment. So we've gone through, fitted the Enerdrive 40 amp DC-DC charger. He's going to stick at the moment with his AGM batteries. He's got two 100 amp AGMs. He wants to work up to a lithium. So once we go through that, we've set up the system that's going to be able to take lithium. We'll go through, once we've got that sector, we're going to run through and put another 240 volt battery charger. At this moment in time, we've sectored to where we've got 3 180 watt solar panels on the roof. He's going to grow that system as well. So what we're trying to say to you is you can start out fairly simple to get what you want. Where a lot of people have come into us and giving us numbers of what they think they need to spend to get what they need. And I suppose you've just got to bring back your knowledge about what it's going to draw, how it's going to work, and how long you want to run things for, and what time you've got to bring things back into this charging system and filling up, as we talk about the batteries back and filling them up 100%. So guys, any of this sort of week, reach out. We've got all different scenarios. We can go from the smaller systems up to the mega systems. We're here to help. But what we want to do is try and give you a bit more input and a bit more longer video so you understand what's happening out there in the marketplace. And it's not all about just going full ball to start. You can grow your systems and make it a bit easier on the budget if you need to, so we can work with you on that. So thanks very much. Thanks for everyone that's supporting us on our YouTube channels and also our Facebook. So if you can share this about, we'd love some more subscribers and also people to like our pages because there's some really good info coming to us. Have a great day and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye.